Hey everyone, Alexis Garcia here. Now, before I was making videos on YouTube and hosting the Growth Stories podcast, I was the producer for Investing with IBD, our weekly investing educational show hosted by Mr. Smiles himself, our own Market Smith guru, Irusha Peiris. And because we talk so much on this channel about some of the stories and trends that are driving growth in a lot of these companies, I really wanted to talk to him about the fundamentals and how he uses those metrics to complement his technical analysis. So I hopped on Zoom with my senpai, my mentor, and my friend, Irusha Peiris, to get his take on all these things. Take a look. All right, Arusha. So why don't you just talk to us a little bit about why looking at fundamentals are important as well as the technical action?
Sure. Well, with our strategy, we're always looking for stocks with game-changing potential. And so we're going to use the fundamentals to help us identify these stocks that have that potential. So the way I look at it is we're going to use the fundamentals as a way to screen for ideas. And so we can easily take a database of 5,000 stocks and narrow it down to a few hundred just by raising the standard on the fundamentals. And then after that, we'll use the charts to tell us when to get into stocks and when to get out of them.
So just taking a step back for those who may not be familiar with our system, can you tell us what the fundamentals tell us about a stock?
Yeah, no, it is a great question. A lot of times, so especially for these game-changing stocks, they're going to be younger companies, they're going to be more growth-related companies. And so if you see a company and they're producing huge earnings and sales quarter over quarter, year over year, and they're accelerating, they just keep getting better and better, that's telling you that the company is onto something here. They've tapped into either a new market, maybe they're creating a whole new category, or they've invented something that everyone has to have something of. So for instance, with Apple, you can go back 20 years ago when Apple came out with the iPod. They came out with this really expensive music player that I didn't really understand at that point. But the reality was suddenly a lot of people were more than willing to pay $400 for a music player because it was cool, it was much easier to use, and you could buy songs off their iTunes for $1 and put it on there,
Or download illegally off
or download it.
Napster.
And that is that's a good point, because you had Napster, you had all this free downloading. So Apple provided. They went to the music publisher and said, look, you're going to go out of business if you don't stop this. Here's our solution for it. They somehow got all the music publishers on board. And the only way you could listen to them was through the iPod, which was a brilliant move by Steve Jobs. But the way that we would identify the stock, and I remember identifying it back in 2004, they just had huge earnings and sales, triple-digit earnings and sales. So that I think quarter over quarter, it was like 200%, 300%, and the sales were in the 100%. And so that immediately was telling me that everyone's buying this iPod. Apple has essentially captured the whole music business at that point. So just by looking for some big earnings, big sales, and a kind of an increase in that can give you an idea that this company might be onto something pretty big.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Don't forget, hit the subscribe button to get more videos like this. And let me know, what do you look at when you're looking at these charts? What fundamentals are drawing your eye? Or do you not really just pay attention to that? Are you just focusing on technical action? I want to know your thoughts in the comments below. And thank you so much for watching.